Are Tottenham favorites for top four right now? Is this coffee that I'm drinking? Let's find out.
No. The answer is no for both.
Hey guys, welcome back to Filter Coffee Football, talking about that Tottenham Hotspur 3 Arsenal nil result over at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Obviously not what we were hoping for, not even close to what we were hoping. That was literally the worst case scenario that kind of went down. Too many things to discuss, but let's start with the big one. Our Spurs favorite now for that top four position. On paper they have Burnley and Norwich. On paper we have Newcastle and Everton. Arguably Arsenal have the tougher run in. Just still the 1 point advantage, so Arsenal definitely have to win the two games in hand to guarantee the UCL finish. Karthik, what do you think is going to go down there?
Last time I told you that it was 3 more finals. Now it is 2 more finals. That's it. I'm not going to be thinking about Spurs or any other team in the godforsaken league for that matter. All I'm thinking about is 2 wins, 2 finals. 2 finals, 2 wins. That's it. That's all I care about. I couldn't give a shit if Spurs, like if Antonio Conte just went about a ranting session again, which he did actually about Arteta after winning, which should tell you that he's more obsessed about us than his own club.
And Arteta was quite reasonable in that press conference. I don't think he said anything that would even remotely come across as, ranting or, cribbing
because
in any sense.
He said it out clearly that if I say what I want to say, I'll be banned for 6 months. It's something that I want to say too, but I'm fed up of calling out idiots for being idiots. You can only call them out like once, twice, thrice, but if that is how they earn their money, then that is how they earn their money. I am talking about a certain clown who runs around the field and has cards in his pocket and has a whistle, uses the whistle when there are decisions to be made.
Yeah, let's actually dig into that. Let's talk about that, because that really defines the result, right? Because the penalty decision in and of itself, really soft penalty. Really, I think Clattenburg came out. I don't know if it was on Twitter, but Clattenburg came out later on saying that if that is given as a penalty, then there are so many more decisions that I can pick out in the Premier League that should have probably been given as a penalty, which weren't. Because again, you had to look at it in slow-mo to really even say that, okay, yes, that was a foul. But that's, 2 Arsenal players and 2 Tottenham players in the box on the edge. It's not even like it's in front of goal. It's such a soft decision. It's such a soft penalty. In a derby, in such a decisive game, you'd think a referee would try not to be on the center of it, would try to have the football do the talking and not try and give out soft penalties, soft decisions like that. Yet that is what we saw. That was the decision that was made.
I really think it is the refs colluding with the Premier League, colluding with TV rights, channel operators, because they want to make it spicier, like a movie flick. I don't see any other reason in decisions being so controversial, especially when decisions just purely go to the home side. And it's a derby. Like, why can't you be unbiased?
But no, getting back to the bad decisions in this game. I mean, Heung-min Son should have been sent off way before that red card was given to Holding. How that decision has gone past VAR is beyond me. That if the Holding decision, I mean, I'm not arguing against.
Guess who was on VAR? Mike effing Dean.
No, again, I'm not saying Holding did not deserve that red. Okay, the first yellow was maybe a premature yellow. Maybe he should have given Holding a little bit more leeway before he showed up that yellow. Okay, but that was still a yellow in a game. The second was definitely a yellow card. Holding should have had better composure by all means. Heung-min Son had to have been sent off way before that. There was a blatant elbow right to the face. I do not know how that decision does not get reviewed by VAR. I do not understand how that is not a straight red card. Credit to Heung-min Son, he knows how to play a defender like a fiddle. He really played Holding throughout that match, throughout the 20 minutes that Holding was on the pitch, and he got the better of Holding. All credit to him, but he should have been off the pitch before that second yellow was even produced. it baffles me when VAR is talking about clear and obvious decisions, and then it misses a straight elbow to a player's face. We've already spent like a good 5 minutes talking about bad refereeing decisions. Let's go away from that and talk about actual. Yeah, let's talk about actual performances, which is hard to talk about because when you get an unfair penalty against you, plus you get not an unfair red, but you get a player sent off against you at as early as the 22nd minute of the game. It's hard to gauge the rest of the game accurately.
And Arsenal. I think that they also having a manipulative captain like Harry Kane, who was just trying to hound the referee every single minute. I saw Harry Kane doing more referee hounding than playing actual football in this game. Every single decision, he's run off to the ref and he's like, "That's a card," and the ref produces a card. I'm thinking, hold on.
I wouldn't say anything against that. I would say that is just good captaincy. I mean, every team needs a personality like that, and the best teams know how to handle referee. So I'm not going to hold that.
Though.
It's not football. I agree, it's not football, but that is what the new game is about. That is what the old game was about as well. I mean, you've seen Brazilian teams do that. You've seen even the best Barcelona team that the world has ever seen do the exact same thing. So I won't say that that's not part of the game. That is part of the game. So I'm not going to talk against that bit. But it is hard to gauge the performance across the 90 minutes when you have when you're depleted to that extent. But even then, I would concede that Spurs were the better team across that 90. Man for man, they are a better team than Arsenal at this point. So,
not man for man, I would pick out certain players, but again, yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
I mean, across the starting 11 right now, if you were to just look at like FIFA ratings for these players, I would say most Spurs players come across better.
There's no one better than Odegaard as an attacking.
Oh, he would definitely make the. Yeah, he would definitely make the team. But you're talking about stuff like Nketiah versus Harry Kane, and as good as Saka is, you would pick Heung-min Son over Saka when you're trying to go through your attack on that side. Right? Kulusevski arguably better than Martinelli overall. All this just to say that we were playing a man-for-man better team and a manager-for-manager, a more experienced manager. Conte knew exactly what he was doing. Conte had a strategy going into there. He had a strategy pre-match. He had a strategy post-match with his comments as well.
That's bullshitting.
So we were really facing an uphill battle on this one when it came to it. The more worrying thing is that we are coming out of this match with an injury to Gabriel, which might rule him out of the remaining games of the season, and a red card to Holding, which means he definitely will not play that Newcastle match, which means we are going to be short of at least one central defender for the next match, maybe another central defender for that final match as well. This is the whole reason why it's like our Spurs favorites at this point. Again, arguably they have the easier run in for the last two matches. Newcastle at home.
Honestly, I'm not wearing my Arsenal kit, but again, I don't give a shit about Spurs or anyone else. All I care about is 2 more finals. We've just got to do the job in 2 more finals. Like, I think we can definitely take Newcastle on. Although, yes, they have had a burst in form. Right now, Newcastle really don't have anything to worry about. They're not going to be relegated. They're not going to get Europe at this point. So where does it leave them? It just leaves them in between. Like, they can still take a loss. That's not a problem.
Well, that's the thing with Newcastle. Right? For them, it's all about Everton. Yeah, for Newcastle, it's all about attracting that next new big talent, right? So they need to end the season strong for them. They want to get as many points on the board. They want to justify. Because currently, on paper, starting this season, Newcastle are probably ending in top 4 if the league started in January of 2022. So that is what Newcastle is gunning for, is getting that next big player in through those doors. And of course, like you mentioned, Everton still in a relegation fight. Hopefully for Arsenal, they will have sorted that situation out by that final match of the season. which again, given Leeds' form and Leeds' performances, probably means that Leeds are going out, which is sad for them.
Real sad.
Yeah.
Real sad.
But it's still a tricky fixture to go through, and with the injuries in there, it makes it even harder. I mean, no Thomas Partey at this point, probably no Gabriel, and looks like most likely definitely no Holding. And the fact that Ben White wasn't brought on the moment Holding was sent off is worrying to the fitness of Ben White. Arteta did come out in the end and admit that Holding Ben White had not participated in any training sessions leading into that match, which is why he just didn't want to risk Ben White on the pitch, which makes sense. But again, that doesn't guarantee that Ben White is going to be in absolutely 100% come that Newcastle game, which is worrying for so many reasons. So
it's quite worrying, but what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, let's talk about the positives, right? This was us right after the international break. We lost 3 matches on the bounce against teams that we probably should have won against, and then we went on to beat Chelsea, we went on to beat Manchester United. So Arsenal have shown that they can work under pressure and they can perform against teams with star-studded talent. Okay, so Arsenal have definitely shown it. Arteta has definitely shown it. I mean, that post-match press conference, if you haven't seen it, please go ahead and watch it. That was character. He did not call out Rob Holding, who probably deserved at least some criticism in that match. He did not call out the bad refereeing as well, even though he hinted at it, but he didn't say anything out loud because he understood that he needs to be there right on the touchline, right next to his players to keep pushing them on, to keep motivating them, to get them over the line. And let's not muck about. Even if Arsenal don't get top 4, this has been a fabulous season. These players have come through thick and thin, and they are not even close. Look, on paper, this is not even a Champions League squad, but they have performed like one. So let's not even kid ourselves that missing out on top 4 would be disappointment. This has been an incredible season so far. And these players have shown that they can perform under pressure. Odegaard, again, was really good. We just need to kind of stick together and band together, and we have this in the bag, still in control, and Arsenal have got this in the bag. So yeah, any finishing thoughts on that?
2 more finals, 2 big results. That's all I care about. That's my finishing thought. That was my starting thought. It is my ending thought. 2 big games, 2 big finals, 2 victories. That's all we need.
Alrighty, that's it. Top 4 still in our hands. We got this. Arsenal out.